in the Eastern.
Larry Bird got to be zoomed in from on the free throw line on the other side of the court, man. Ain't no way Larry used to bring that. Well, ain't no way Larry used to bring that motherfucker right here, man.
Look, leave that fire right now.
Yo, what's good, YouTube, man? Welcome back to the channel, man. I'm on this channel on the tube, man. I'm on this team, crew, family, and community on it too. Listen, in my Larry Bird video that I uploaded last week, I think, in the comments, a lot of people been telling me to watch Larry Bird versus Magic Johnson rivalry history. So that's what we here doing now. I just want to let y'all know, man, I appreciate everybody who be coming on the videos, suggesting videos, you know what I'm saying, just coming jokes and shit like that, man. I appreciate everybody, man. I love it. I read everybody comment. So just know if you comment, I'm going to read it. You know what I'm saying? But let's just go and get into the video, man. You know what I'm saying? No need to hold y'all up. We're here to watch some history. Let's get into it, man.
You can't talk about Magic Johnson's career without mentioning Larry Bird,
right?
And vice versa.
Facts.
They were two of the best and most successful players in the 80s. Their rivalry saved the NBA from going bankrupt and shutting down. We'll talk about how their relationship started.
Hold on. For real? Basketball, NBA finna go bankrupt. I don't believe that. I don't believe that now. Because you had Wilt, Bill, Dr. J, all them dudes back then too.
Each other crazy and how they formed the most iconic rivalry in sports history. Growing up, Larry Bird was born in 1956 in French Lick, Indiana.
1956. Woo. That is your album.
2.5 years and 357 miles up north. Irvin Johnson said hello to the world from Lansing, Michigan. There were a lot of differences between the two.
Larry Bird looked the exact same. That's crazy.
There were also many similarities. Both hailed from big, working-class families who knew the values of hard work and sacrifice early on. Irvin was a flamboyant kid who wanted to get as much attention as possible. He was the most popular kid in high school and a prom king. While Larry mainly wanted to be left the hell alone. When he had to get up and speak before the class, Bird wouldn't do it and would rather get an F than draw any attention.
And it's crazy that man became one of the best basketball players
outside of basketball. The mirror images of each other once they had the ball in their hands. Both 6'9", not overly athletic, but extremely smart and super confident. They both saw the game 2 or 3 moves in advance. Both were team-oriented, and they had an equal desire when they played to win above all.
A lot of Jackson 5 out there playing basketball.
As a senior in high school, averaging 29 points and 17 rebounds.
Damn.
After which he decided to attend Michigan
high school?
State. Bird averaged 31 points and 21 rebounds as a senior, and he got the scholarship from the Indiana Hoosiers. Coached by Bobby Knight, the Hoosiers were one of the country's most successful and famous collegiate basketball programs. However, Bird lasted only 24 days at Indiana University. More than 30,000 people at campus.
Really?
Less than $100 in his pockets. They're too overwhelming for a hick from French Lick. So Larry returned home to a town of 2,000 inhabitants and became a garbage man. He drove the garbage truck, painted park benches, cut grass, fixed what needed to be fixed.
See, hold on. I ain't know all that about Larry Bird now. I just thought he went to high school, went to college, went to the league. He didn't drop out of college and then became a trash truck driver. What did he say?
Truck, painted park benches.
Yeah, went for a trash truck company.
Fixed what needed to be fixed.
It's
His mom didn't
crazy.
speak to him for months because he ran away from a college scholarship. After a year of picking up garbage, Larry decided to return to the university. However, he opted to go to a much smaller Indiana State, which was much more suited for his social skills at the time. While the Hoosiers won their 3rd NCAA title in 1976, Indiana State had never even reached the NCAA tournament. However, that would soon change with Larry Bird on the team. Bird averaged 30 points, 13 rebounds.
Oh my God, Larry Bird out there putting in work,
led
bro.
them to an 81-13 record during his tenure. In his senior year, Indiana State reached the NCAA tournament for the first time and did so in a spectacular fashion. With Bird dominating the college ranks, Indiana State got off to a 33-0 record and reached the NCAA final against Michigan State and their sophomore point guard, Magic Johnson. First meeting, 1979 championship game in the NBA draft. The first time Magic found out about Larry was from Sports Illustrated, which had a story about the best college player in the country. But he soon got to see for himself if that was true, because both Magic and Larry were selected to represent Team USA in the 1978 World Invitational Tournament.
I think I remember it, though.
The best players on the court, trading behind-the-back passes and treating each other with no-look assists. They had instant chemistry on the court, but off it, not so much, as Larry wasn't the most talkative person on the planet, as you can probably imagine. However, before the NCAA Finals in 1979, Magic still wanted to greet Larry.
They look like North Carolina jerseys,
after all,
they need to take
they were
that off.
teammates on the USA team less than a
different
year
color
ago.
or some
Larry
shit.
wasn't interested. He shunned Magic. Their rivalry officially began. The 1979 NCAA Finals was the most watched NCAA Finals in history at the time, and it's still the most watched NCAA game ever to this day. A small school that had never reached the tournament was undefeated throughout the season, and an unathletic blonde guy made them the most talked about team in the country. The other school was led by a 6'9" point guard, which was never seen before. One was black, one white. One was outgoing and smiled for the reporters. One was shy and gave short one-sentence answers. They were the polar opposites from the outside, but their games were so similar.
They're very quiet, but
narrative and brought national.
But hold up now. For Larry Bird to be a shit talker, he didn't used to talk. So where all the energy came from, Larry? Please let me know. These people saying you weren't really a big talker, but everybody in the league say that you used to be a shit talker. I want to know what happened.
When the actual game started,
probably after he won that first ring.
Entire game, he struggled to get an inch of free space. Larry knew he had to score 40 for his team to beat the favorite Michigan State. However, Bird had a bad shooting night. He missed 14 of his 21 shots, and Michigan State won by 11. Bird always says that it's the toughest loss of his career. After the NCAA Finals, both Magic and Bird turned pro. The Lakers selected Magic with the first overall pick in the 1979 draft. Bird was picked 6th by the Celtics in 1978. That was the last year a player could still stay in college after getting drafted. NBA saviors. By the end of the 70s, the NBA was in big trouble. TV ratings were down. Attendance was low.
Really?
There was very little buzz around the league and its players. Out of the top 10 most watched basketball games in the 70s, 9 were college games. Tape delays were the norm for the NBA. Drugs were a big issue. The level of basketball wasn't that great, and fights between players happened on the regular. The overall image of the league was terrible.
Bro, don't fight me out. They him, boy. They crazy, bro.
Collapsed by the end of the 70s.
Yeah.
When Bird and Magic came to the NBA in 1979, they brought the hype that surrounded them in college. They both made the All-Star team as rookies and transformed their teams into title contenders. The Celtics improved their win total by 32 games from the year before Bird and finished first in the Eastern Conference.
Larry Bird got to be zoomed there from on the free throw line on the other side of the court, man. Ain't no way Larry used to bring that. Well, ain't no way Larry used to bring that motherfucker right here, man. Ain't no way, bro. Stop it, man. Stop it.
Were first in the West, and the teams were destined to clash in the finals. But the Sixers spoiled another Bird and Magic duel. On the morning of the deciding Game 6 of the finals, the news came that Larry Bird won Rookie of the Year with 63 votes, compared to just 3 votes.
Oh, he got it over
Magic was pissed, and he'd go on to pour 42 points and 15 rebounds in the deciding Game 6, bringing Los Angeles their first title after 8 years and securing the...
Hold up. So... Magic Johnson won his ring his rookie year. Magic Johnson won the ring his rookie year.
Finals MVP trophy. When he saw that Magic
won Finals MVP,
was furious. And that's just who these guys
were. Oh God, I ain't know that.
Envious of each other's accomplishments.
Bro, I'm glad y'all told me to watch it, bro.
Whenever the season schedule came out, I would circle the 2 games with Boston. Those were the 2 games more important than the other 80, Magic Johnson said. I read the newspaper every day during the season. I was only interested in one thing. What numbers did Magic Johnson have last night? Said Larry Bird. In 1981, Bird won his maiden title with the Celtics. And in 1982, Magic won another one with the Lakers. After that, the league was essentially Bird and Magic, and then everybody else. TV doubleheaders always featured the Lakers and the Celtics against whomever they happened to be playing. From 79 to 84, the NBA's TV ratings rose significantly. Attendance jumped 42% from 1979 to 89. Easily the biggest gain among the 4 major American sports. While some credit has to
shout out them 2
and some to Michael Jordan, the main reason for the NBA's rise has to do with Bird and Magic. They were two phenomenal players.
Then Mike,
who got drafted
don't forget
into the
Mike,
most
man. I
iconic
know you said it,
franchises
but
and embodied
Mike
the
was the
drama
real
of
reason.
American race relations, but did nothing to stir up the hatred themselves. Finals clashes. After the Sixers defeated the Celtics and the Lakers to win the title in 1983, Bird and Magic finally both advanced to the greatest NBA stage in 1984. The final series was tough and tightly contested, with the winner decided in Game 7. The Celtics played at home.
Imagine
Bird was
playing
never
like
to
your
turn to
best
win.
friend in the
Magic
finals,
played
bro.
badly down the stretch. Larry finally got his revenge for the NCAA title loss in 1979, averaging 27 points and 14 rebounds. He was named the Finals MVP, while the media butchered Johnson for his mistakes in the deciding moments.
Damn.
As a
You gotta
result,
act like that,
Magic was
Magic.
on a mission for the 1985
Magic
season.
in the garden.
Played the basketball of his life. The Celtics and the Lakers met in the finals again, and after a first game that finished 148 to 114 for Boston, it seemed like the Lakers.
148.
And after a first game that finished 148 to 114 for Boston, it
148 to 114, bro.
seemed like the Lakers
I'll
didn't have
retire.
it in them. However, after a big bounce back from Kareem, Magic steered LA to victory in 6 games and their first title in 9 NBA Finals against the Celtics. In the summer of '85, after that final series, a monumental shift happened in Bird and Magic's relationship.
What happened?
They
They
started
started
a
beefing.
Converse commercial together, with Magic visiting French Lick and spending time in Larry's home with the entire Bird family. For the first time ever, they talked and exchanged more than 2 sentences. After
Really?
that, they struck a friendship, but their rivalry was as bitter as ever. The Celtics won the title in 1986 against the Rockets, and Bird won his 3rd consecutive MVP award. In 1987,
Damn.
the Lakers returned to the finals, again against Bird and the Celtics. In Game 4, Larry seemed to have scored a game winner, but Magic erased it with a spectacular hook shot with 2 seconds remaining, a redemption for the clutch misses in 1984. Bird
But
still
look at
had
how
a
they
good
gotta
look
walk
for
through the
win,
same
but he
tunnel,
missed a
man.
jump shot at the buzzer, and the Lakers took a 3-1 series lead and eventually won the series in 6. After the finals, Bird called Magic the best player he'd ever seen. Later years, as Magic soared and won another
Then when
title
Michael
in
Jordan started
1988,
coming through,
Bird
you know
was
what I'm
breaking
saying?
down.
Taking
He
over
injured his
shit.
back while chopping wood in French Lick in 1985. And the injury worsened every season. He
Yeah,
missed
folk
almost
been
the
telling me Larry Bird they had so many injuries, bro, that I didn't even know about. They say he had a back problem. What else they said? I forgot what the hell they said. But Larry Bird went through hell in his career. But still hooping though, that shit crazy.
entire
You know?
1989
Sound like me out there.
torn Achilles. When he came back, he needed
I got
nearly
knee in my
3
thigh one time. I got in the first quarter, I got knee in the thigh, man. The whole time, for the rest of the game, I stayed in with a hurt thigh. Hooping. That's why I said in my previous video, I said, I don't know what it is, but when you hurt, you play better. I don't know, bro. Like, I just don't know what it is. Like, you get a bucket anytime you want to when you get hurt. I'm telling you. If you really love hooping, bro.
hours of preparation and spinal adjustments to play basketball. He was under enormous pain, and it was hard for him to walk, let alone play. But being a tough SOB that he was, he stuck around until 1992, even though he should have probably retired in 1988. Magic kept winning
Damn.
MVPs by the turn of the decade, and the Lakers kept making the NBA Finals. However, they couldn't defeat the Pistons in 1989, and the Bulls in 1991.
That my boy came
Before the
through.
1992 season had started, Magic received terrible news. He contracted HIV and subsequently retired from the NBA. Bird was in shock, and he immediately called Magic. Johnson confirmed that the news was true, and he later said that the call from Bird meant the world for him because he realized how much affection Larry really had for him, despite their rivalry. Larry said that he felt the same that day as on the day that his father passed away. And for the first time in his career, he didn't enjoy playing as much, with Magic not playing. But that wasn't the end. And Larry and Magic
Oh, yeah,
had their
the
last
dream
hurrah.
team.
First, they played as opponents after Magic got an invite to play in the 1992 All-Star Game, which he dominated and won the MVP. And then later that year, they rode off into the sunset as teammates at the Barcelona Olympics. Because their NBA careers were over, their masks fell completely off. Bird and Magic
they had to
became
sit down?
really good pals during their time with the Dream Team. Legacy. Magic and Bird played against each other 37 times in their NBA careers, and Johnson won 22 of those games, compared to Bird's 15. When it comes to trophies, it was 8 finals, 5 titles, and 3 MVPs for Magic, and 5 finals, 3 titles, and 3 MVPs for Bird. In the end, Magic won more hardware, but Bird was likely a more complete player because he was a better shooter, especially early on. Both players
I
were
can see why
extremely
folks like
hard to
Larry
outplay
Bird over
and
Magic.
were each other's biggest
Over,
motivation.
I ain't gonna say
Their rivalry
Jordan
was
because I
the
got
biggest
Jordan
storyline in
about
the
it.
80s.
But I see
And
why
saved the
people would
NBA.
consider,
They desperately needed
you know what I'm
saviors.
saying,
In
Larry
2010,
over Jordan.
Larry and
That's
Magic
y'all
wrote a book
opinion.
together. And in
Which I know I
2019,
got Mike.
they got the NBA Lifetime Achievement Award together. Even though they are still polar opposites, Larry and Magic always seem to be intertwined and go together like peanut butter and jelly.
That's crazy, man. If you enjoyed the video, man, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, man. My name is NiRowland. Make sure y'all be safe, stay positive, man, be blessed, stay up, man. I love y'all. See y'all in the next one.